All right, sound check 1 2 3. All right, hello everyone. This is David Kalata, and today we will be discussing about my video game narrative. As here is for the presentation. For starters, I kind of did a little oopsie on the prelims. I do apologize for that. Instead of discussing my video game narrative on the first one, I had discussed the video game narrative on the actual game Hades. But not to worry, this is actually going to be also I'm going to be using the same properties of the game of Hades as much as of my game. So they share the same idea. So yeah. So for one, we're going to be discussing about my game, which is called Unendlich, which is a German word meaning for infinite. Now, so what's the game all about? It's set up in a futuristic setting, as much as like cyberpunk, where there was suddenly this tower just emerged from their world, all around the world rather, and the players will have to clear those towers so their world will be stopped by danger, because these towers do tend to mess up their world, like let's say the resources, creatures starting showing up and destroying cities and towns, and that's how it's set. And you playing as a Ronin, which is a robot that's void of any emotions and doesn't have a personality. And its goal is just to basically destroy a tower and defeat any opponents that it comes across as hostile. So that's the character that you're going to use. And now, how the video game narrative I'm going to be setting up for this world is basically a trial and error process. So now, a trial and error process because the game expects you that you, the player, will die multiple times on this journey. And the more you die, the more the story progresses, and the more you learn the game mechanics and the enemies and the interactions with them. And that's where the lore part comes in as well. You will get to know the world more by doing a trial and error process here. You will be learning about the world building and how the towers show up in the first place by the trial and error process. And you will see on the slides, as much as I'll present to you, on the references on how I made the character, how each and every one of them has its own let's say ideologies, as much as you're a robot that's void of any emotions, but you'll have a lot of talking time with the characters. And as much as I'd like to admit that this game is based on the game Hades, which has the Greek gods, cyberpunk as well, artistic wise, but the story and plot is based on the game Hades. It's a much well written game, if you ask me. But yeah, this will be based on that, like the let's say for example the reference I will be showing you in the slides in the PowerPoint, where the reference the Greek gods, I'll be referencing that with the buildings, the interior and such. And the characters also will have a samurai robot cyberpunk feel, if you like it. And yeah, that's basically it, my video game narrative for this video. So see you guys then. Cheers.